one day after Trump's arraignment, he posted, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you," on the Truth Social. So obviously the big question here is, does this violate the terms of his release?
You said you wanted to know how to get Capone. Do you really want to get him? You see what I'm saying? What are you prepared to do?
Everything within the law.
And then what are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, Mr. Nash, you must be prepared to go all the way. Because they won't give up the fight until one of you is dead.
I want to get Capone. I don't know how to get him.
Want to get Capone? Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's how you get Capone. Now, do you want to do that? Are you ready to do that?
I have sworn to put this man away with any and all legal means at my disposal, and I will do so.
And in his press conference on May 18th, the president was asked whether he had urged you to shut down the investigation into Michael Flynn. The president responded, quote, "No, no. Next question." Is that an accurate statement?
I don't believe it is.
In terms of his comments to you about, I think you were in response to Mr. Risch, Senator Risch, he said, "I hope you will hold back on that." But when when a president of the United States in the Oval Office says something like "I hope" or "I suggest" or "would you," do you take that as a directive?
Yes. Yes. It rings in my ear as kind of, will no one rid me of this meddlesome priest?
I was just going to quote that in 1170, December 29, Henry II said, "Who will rid me of this meddlesome priest?" And then the next day he was killed. Thomas à Becket. That's exactly the same situation. We're thinking along the same lines.
Trump has made posts before that seem to further bolster prosecutors' cases against him, but it doesn't ever seem to have much of an impact. Is there a reason why prosecutors might be reticent to leverage his own threats against him in court?
I don't think they will be reticent to use all of his dangerous, inflammatory posts as evidence at trial, maybe to show consciousness of guilt or retaliation against witnesses or threatening of jurors. If judges rule that it's relevant evidence for purposes of the trial, I can't explain. I will tell you, if I were handling this case, I think I long ago would have run out of patience, would have felt compelled to try to protect the community, the judges, the attorneys, the witnesses, the jurors, the grand jurors, and their family members, because, Donald Trump is forever calling out the family members of his perceived enemies. And I think I would have moved the court for pretrial detention. What's the worst that can happen? The court could say, no, we're not there yet. But doesn't that put Donald Trump on direct notice that perhaps the next post, the next misstep will result in his detention? That's the way I would handle it.